My name is Larry Traverso of Home Furnishings by Larry Traverso. I'm here today to show you how to attach our best-selling Fiesta Shag rug. When you get the 2x3 rug, it's going to be in a plastic bag like this, and then there's the label with my name, Home Furnishings by Larry Traverso. And you roll out the rug. You'll see there's front and a back. The front has the shag. There are two ways that you can attach the rug together. The first way is lengthwise, and you can do it like a runner. And the second way is widthwise, at which point you would have a wider rug. The technique for attaching the two is different. So I'm going to show how to do both of them in this video. You're going to need a string and a needle. So you can use a cotton string or you can use a nylon string. I prefer to use a nylon string. I think it's easier to work with. And you're going to need some kind of a needle to get in between the warps. So I don't use a real needle. I use this called a needle punch needle, so it's not sharp, so you can't hurt yourself when you do it. So what you're going to do is take out a good piece and cut it. We're doing the side by side. You want to take all of these shags that are sticking in here and try to tuck them under the best you can. Now, don't start from one end of the rug to do the other. Just start in the middle, around the middle. And what you're trying to do is just get the thread in between one of these warps here, and just to get the first connection. You're not sewing, the needle hasn't gone into anything. It just is going, it's just to be in between the two warps. And then what I try to do is just the first time, just tie a knot. Oops. And you don't have to do it every row. You can just do it like every 2 rows. But if you look here, I'm not putting my needle in anything. It's just going in the space in between the weave. And just do that every couple of warps and just pull it tight until you get, oh, there's a little thread, that's what I mean. Make sure those stay on the other side. I don't actually sew it all the way on the first warp because I like to just have a little bit wider area that catches the thread. And again, I'm not sewing into anything. I'm just sewing, taking the string and putting it in between the warps to hold it together. And it doesn't have to be tight. You don't want it to bunch. You just want it to keep it secure. Now, like I said before, I like the clear thread, but some people like the white cotton thread better because they can see it better, but that's just a personal preference. It makes no difference to the rug. And you just kind of keep going all the way till you get to the end. And when you're done with this end, just take the rug, turn the whole thing over the other way, and then start working from the center to the other end. So now the rug is sewn, and before you turn it over, just go inside and make sure there are no loose shags that accidentally came through when you were sewing it. Pop them through, turn the rug over, give it a good shake through, and there's your new size rug without showing the seam. So now I'm going to show how to sew the rugs runner size, which would be end to end. And the reason it's just slightly different is because at the end of the rug, which you don't really see under the shag, there's a woven and folded over hem, which kind of holds the rug all together. And so what you really want to do is you want to just take one hem and have it on top of the other. That way you don't end up with a big empty spot on the end of the rug when you attach them. So you just hold it like that, and you do exactly what you did the other way. You just take your thread and attach attach it through a warp. Tie a knot there to bring it together. Okay. And then just keep going from one half to the other, exactly the same way we just did before. But just kind of make sure that that piece stays on top of each other. It naturally will want to sit on top of it, so you don't have to worry about it spacing out, and then you just do the same thing all the way through. So now we have them attached, and the one side is on top of the other side here, the seam. So we want to turn it over. There's your runner, and just refluff it a little just to cover the seam. And now you're ready to put it on the floor. I'm gonna put it in place and then look for the seam, which I can't actually even see, but there it is. And then fluff that up, and then there's your runner.